Today I'm going to demonstrate for you how to do a three-phase streak for C phages lab. The purpose of this procedure is to isolate a single bacteriophage population from your original sample. For that you will need a plate with plaques on it. This plate can either be the direct plating, plate from the direct plating protocol, a plate from the enrichment protocol, or if you have already done a three-phase streak, the plate from the previous week's three-phase streak. You also need a fresh agar plate, wooden sticks, a Sharpie, and your bacteria sample and top agar. The bacteria they're using in this case is Arthropacter. First thing you should do is take your Sharpie and divide the plate into 3 sections. Basically just draw a Y on the plate. And then label those sections 1, 2, 3, and in the third section, draw an X. Once you've done that, you also want to label the edge of your plate around the outside with your initials and what streak you're doing. So let's say this is streak 1. So initials and streak 1. Just a reminder that this should be done using aseptic technique and by a flame, but for the ease of you seeing what I'm doing, I will not be doing this by a flame. Next thing you should do is pick a plaque from the plate, and I already have one circled right here. And to pick a plaque from the plate, all you need to do is take your wooden stick and gently touch the stick to that plaque, like so. You don't need to gouge it, that could just ruin your results. You're going to pick up a ton of phage just doing it, just touching it. So then what you want to do is take your plate, and on the agar that's already on there, you want to start near section 3 but in section 1, and then just gently streak in a zigzag motion back and forth a couple times down towards section 2. You can see I didn't gouge it at all. You don't want to gouge it again, that can ruin your results. So then what you want to do is get a fresh stick and then start in section 2 this time, crossing over into section 1 where you made where you did your streak, and again gently do the same thing down towards section 3. Again, no gouging, but what I did was I crossed over from section 2 into section 1. That's how you get your phage into section 2, is drawing some from section 1. Then you're going to do the same thing into section 3. Get a new stick, start in section 3, cross over into section 2 where you did your streak, and then do a zigzag motion towards section 1 but stopping in section 3. So, alright, now that you've done that, what you want to do is, the reason you made the X in section 3 is because that's where you want to put your top agar. So you're just going to pour your top agar bacteria sample mixture onto that X and then let the top agar flow across it. Put the cap on it and let it harden, and then you will store it, invert it, which is agar side up, at room temperature for 1 week. The reason you want to add the top agar to the third area is because that is where your phage sample should be most dilute, and that way you will not be carrying phage from section 1 into section 3. They're more concentrated in section 1, so you're going from less dilute to more dilute, so that you're not carrying other phage populations from section 1 into section 3. Okay. You will repeat this process a total of 3 times before you move on to the next experiment that we will do in the lab.